Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Medical Classes by Dr. Srimji Kumar Acharya. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also please give your valuable comments. And you can also visit the playlist. In the playlist, I have provided almost all the topics in a very systematic order. So this is quite convenient for the continuous study. You can make use of it. Thank you very much. So we will continue with the short stature. Let us look into the causes of short stature. Now, short stature, where the height velocity is normal, and see the projected height is within the target height or less than the target height. Now, we have a patient of short stature, and you are looking into the height velocity. Now, suppose if the height velocity is normal, he is gaining the weight in a steady manner. But when you look into the projected target height, if you look into the projected target height, it is less than the target height. So we have a target height by calculating the parental height, weight and all, formula we have. So if you look into the target height, it is less than the target height. So if it is less than the targeted height with the advanced bone age is advanced. Compared to the chronological age, bone age is advanced, but still the target height is less. Okay, so then 100% it is indicative of a precocious puberty. This is very commonly seen in case of hypothyroidism, especially in female kids. Okay, so if the projected height is within the target range, suppose if the projected height is within the target range, then see, does the bone age is delayed or normal? Next step, what you have to see is you have to look into bone age. Okay, projected height is within the normal limit or don't leave there only. Then you look into the bone age, and if the bone age is, you have to see bone age is delayed or normal. If the bone age is normal and target height is within the range, then it is a familial short stature. Okay, familial short stature. And if the bone age, the target height is within the normal range, and if the bone age is delayed, then again it can be a constitutional delay in the growth and puberty. Okay, now we have got two more important things: familial short stature, constitutional delay. So this is the basic thing actually how we have to identify. Bone age plays a very important role. Okay, so bone age is normal, then it is always familial short stature. Bone age is advanced, then it is a precocious puberty. And if the bone age is delayed, so that compared to the chronological age, so then it is seen as constitutional short stature. So questions are now, if the height velocity is reduced, is it familial? If the height velocity is reduced, is it constitutional? If the height velocity is reduced, is it pathological? Now, suppose many times we are only knowing about height velocity. Every year how much height the child is gaining. Now based on this, how actually you will proceed. Okay, so height velocity अगर कम है तो उसका मतलब क्या वो familial है, या height velocity कम है तो उसका मतलब क्या वो constitutional है, क्योंकि familial हो उसमें भी height कम है, total height short stature में आता है ये सब, ठीक है, और constitutional short stature उसमें भी height कम है. And even in case of chronic disorders, pathological short stature also height is less. So now the question comes, how to make use of this height velocity. So to understand this particular table is very important. This shows the difference between the familial short stature and as well as the constitutional delay in growth and puberty. So two important short stature in the clinical practice is commonly seen. Number one is familial short stature and another one is constitutional short stature or constitutional delay. Now, what do you mean by familial short stature? It's a familial tendency, genetic potential of height gaining capacity. Okay, so that is fixed, and child will going to gain the height only according to the genetic potential. That comes under the familial short stature. Okay, now in case of familial short stature, there is no sex difference, male and female. Okay, if the genetic tendency is there, male or it may be female, both will have same type of height gain pattern. Whereas constitutional delay is quite common in males compared to the females. Okay, in the males usually they will not gain the height up to 14 years, and male kids, and after 14 years once they get into the puberty they suddenly gain the height and reach the target height at the end of 18 years. So this is quite common. Okay, so males are get affected more than the female. In the female, because the growth spurt completes before the menarche itself. That's one of the reason. And after the menarche, the height gain is quite less. That's one point. Second one is family history of short stature will be there in case of familial short stature. Father and mother, if you look into them, a clear cut there is a short stature is there, or less tendency, less height gaining capacity is there, potential is there. So father and mother height, so that plays an important role. And normal puberty will be same. Okay, although they have gained less height according to the age, the puberty is normal, and all the changes of the puberty are absolutely fine in a sequence. So that is seen in case of a familial short stature. But when it comes to the constitutional short stature, family history of delay will be seen. That means a similar type of the pattern, 12 साल तक 13 साल तक हाइट गेन नहीं हुआ और उसके बाद सडनली जो है उसका हाइट गेन हुआ, तो ये इस बच्चे में भी मिलेगा, एंड इट ऑल यू विल आल्सो गेट द सेम हिस्ट्री इन द प्रीवियस किड आल्सो, एल्डर ब्रदर आल्सो. सो दैट मीन्स फैमिली हिस्ट्री ऑफ डिले इन अटेनिंग द फाइनल हाइट will be seen. So this is a typical of constitutional delay. Now, in case of familial short stature, the final height is small compared to the reference, but it is normal for the family. ठीक है, रेफरेंस वैल्यू को आप देखेंगे, एक चार्ट को कोई कंपेयर करेंगे तो फाइनल हाइट विच इज गेन बाय द चाइल्ड इज comparatively less, but compared to that particular family he has gained almost all normal weight. Family में father, mother, dadaji, nanaji, so when you compare their height, this child height is also almost all of the same range. But when you compare with the other people, okay, other reference point, then it is quite low. So whereas in case of constitutional delay, what happens is, or short stature, the final height will be normal for the population. Okay, Bale he at the age of the 10 or 12 years is looking too short, but at the end of 18 years he is almost only gain the same height that other people usually gain in the society. Now, very important thing is this: bone age is equal to chronological age. In case of familial short stature, bone age is equal to chronological age. Chronological age, for example, take 10, and according to 10 year, so bone age is also of 10 years. Okay, so this is very typical of a familial short stature because it is their genetic tendency, potential of growth. Okay, whereas when you come to the constitutional delay, bone age is less when compared to the chronological age. Okay, it's delayed. Now, if the child is 14 years, and if you look into the bone age is only 10 years. That bone age is not up to the mark. That's the reason why he has not gained the height, because bone has to increase the height, isn't it, to gain the weight. So that is not happening. Okay, so bone age is delayed, and but compared to the chronological age. And once he enter into the puberty, what actually happens is puberty is directly related to the skeletal age. During the puberty, skeletal age increases. That means skeletal growth occurs. So that leads to sudden gain of height during the time of the puberty, and at the end he will gain the normal height. I think you understand. Bone age is equal to chronological age in case of familial short stature, whereas bone age is delayed compared to the chronological age in case of a constitutional short stature. Now, height age is less than the bone age. This is another important thing. In familial short stature, height age is less than the bone age. Height age. Every year, how much height you are gaining. Okay, so height age is less than the bone age, but equal to the chronological age. Okay, whereas in case of constitutional delay, height age is equal to bone age, but bone age is less than the chronological age. ठीक है, हाइट एज जो है बोन एज के हिसाब से सही है, वो 50th percentile जो आना है. सो हाइट एज इज इक्वल टू बोन एज, बट बोन एज इज लेस देन द chronological age. So these are the major differences between the familial short stature and as well as the constitutional short stature. Now, next class onwards we will see height age velocity. That means height velocity is reduced. Suppose we will have a height velocity reduced in a particular patient, and now we have to decide always whether it is a pathological or not. So that we will see in the next class. Thank you very much.